Hey y'all, Kid Gravity. It's birthday month, and we all know with birthday month you get a whole list of content, even more so than I usually upload. But before we get into that, I would just like to thank everyone who's either become a subscriber, a member, or just casually found my videos. Thank you, and thank you. Now on to the upload. I guess we should just say it a little louder. Most of us stand with Black America. All Gravity, any day above ground, live it. So you already know what to do. Share, like, and subscribe. That's right, share, like, and subscribe, because I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm different. Can I make an announcement, folks? Personalities on X that have blue checks and have done something in life that people actually paid for and listened to or watched. We're okay with you having your opinions on this whole Israel-Hamas thing. That's great. That's what God does. He gives man free will. But on behalf of the Black community, keep us out of your dissertations about what's going on. We don't care. Now, I have said this many times on my platform. I feel for the victims of this, and the victims are the innocent people who have been deleted over this. But I see two governments mad at each other. I grew up with this, as many of y'all have done with it. Right at this point, we have bigger problems in this country, which is why I have said repeatedly, I stand with Black America. That's never going to change. Don't get pissed. But Michael Rappaport is walking around now in New York City and his place, trying to get Black people to be invested in this as a whole. And he did it in a very diabolical way. So what we're going to do is listen to the tweet that inspired this opinion that I'm going to give. And we're going to go to real time.
To all my Jewish friends, my Jewish brothers and sisters, stand tall. Stand tall. Do not let this fear, this sadness, this anxiety, and this dread overwhelm you. Draw strength from your family, from your friends, from your ancestors, and the worldwide bond that we share that has always put the battery in your back. We're used to being looked at as different because that's what we are. We are different, and that's a good thing. I know that Jews are looked at as weak, but we're stronger than you can imagine. That's why you hurl propaganda bullshit that we control all the money, we control the media, because it's plausible. It's plausible because we're just that good. Smart, compassionate, moral, and strong people. And we need to stand taller than ever against all those sick, dumb, uneducated black tar in their blood fucks who hate Jews because they ain't. You hate us because you ain't us. It's always been hurled our way. Hate, prejudice has always been hurled our way. And a lot of times we deal with it with compassion or the understanding that it might be mental illness. Fuck that. Never again, you fucks. Anyone saying to me, be on the right side of history, knowing what side I'm on, means you're on the wrong side of history, which means you're on the side of terrorists, murderers, rapists who would burn and behead you and your family. They would love to burn and behead you and your family. There's only right or wrong right now. You either support a caring community or you support extremist exterminators. Never again.
All right, so y'all heard that. Black tar. Of all the metaphors you could have used to galvanize your people, you used black tar. Heroin. Okay. I'm sorry, folks. Maybe, for that crowd, maybe I'm woke and I'm using the right version of it, not the bastardized version of it. But it seems like Michael Rappaport is out here trying to stoke the fire to get black people involved in this. We're good, sir. We already told you how we stand. We're staying out of this because it's quite funny that you are trying to diss us as a way to motivate us to come into the doorway and help y'all fight. Because we know what this is, sir. We're just going to say New Yorker to New Yorker. You want us to be your lap dogs. You want us to be your pit bulls in this because you know that the black voice is going to get people moving. This is why your boy Biden, put a pin in that, your boy Biden can't get anything done quicker because not only is he losing support with black folks, without our voice, his policies, they don't hit the same now, do they? Michael, you are cool. You're cool. What do I mean, Tabernacle? I mean that Michael ain't got too much going on, and it seems over the last few years, this is the only way he's been getting media attention, when he's not ranting and raving on TikTok about what's going on in New York or filming shoplifters and Rite Aids. He's putting out text messages and direct messages of people who he had verbal spats with. It was supposed to be private conversations. You could go look up the Kevin Durant stuff if you want. It's still on his page. But Michael Rappaport, you thought he was done, family? Oh, no. This was made November 14th. He said it didn't hit as hard. So I got to come back and remix it because that's what New Yorkers do. We remix. So let's hear what he said on the remix.
Yo, if 20 American tourists, forget the 1,200 people that were murdered, slaughtered, civilians. If 20 American civilians, all African American, all black, all ages, were taken hostage, and 10 of them were murdered and raped, and there was 10 surviving American tourist hostages that were all black, there's not one motherfucker in this country that would be talking about ceasefire. There's not one person. It would be bring the fucking hostages back, and they better be alive. They better be pristine. There wouldn't be no ceasefire. There would be no round. Can you imagine college students ripping down posters of 10 black people from America if they were taken hostage and 10 others were raped and murdered? Nobody would be saying shit. The African American community would be demanding they came back. White people, black people, Jewish people would be demanding they come back. There wouldn't be a discussion of a ceasefire. That's a fact. Nobody can tell me shit that is not a fucking fact. Forget the 1,200 other people that were murdered. I'm talking about just 10. I don't compare tragedies, 9/11 versus the Oklahoma City bombing versus this, that, and the third. If it was just 10 African American people, they would be demanding, everybody would be demanding, get them back, get them back, get them back. The word ceasefire wouldn't be in the vernacular. It'd be like, ravage the fucking place until they come back, and they better come back safe and sound.
Michael Rappaport. All right. So the first one didn't hit. So you said, okay, we're going to do another one. First, before I cook you, if you have Knicks tickets, I'm going to need you to sell them on StubHub, SeatGeek, or give it to somebody that you know. Because if you show up at Madison Square Garden and they put you on that Jumbotron, you finna get booed out of the building worse than when the Celtics come to town. What was this? You're sitting in your apartment yelling that if 10 to 20 black people were taken hostage, that the whole world would be screaming ceasefire. So you sound like a raging lefty right now. Okay, cool. Let's begin. You're only 53, sir, so recent history shouldn't be escaping you unless you have early onset memory loss, which is not good. You should eat more salmon and more foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids. It helps the brain with your memory. Carrots are great too. Sir, did you not see what happened last year when the Ukraine-Russia incident popped off and them African students were trying to get out of Ukraine and Romania, and those two governments prioritized their own people over them, and how they had to go online and plead for help from the black community? Guess what the black community did? Some of us said, yeah, get them out of there. You, in this video too, you had hashtag Brittany Griner. There were a lot of black folks who sat up there and said, get Brittany Griner home. And a lot of us said, yeah, she should be home, but she should also know that going to these white supremacist countries, you've got to abide by their rules because they're going to look at you because you're different. Yeah, we all said these things, but you want us, you think you're going to be the whisperer to get black people into this conflict. We already told you. We're going to tell you again because, you clear Dashians just have a hard time understanding when black people talk. We feel for the victims, but we're not jumping into two governments getting into a conflict with each other. We've seen this happen. We've seen this episode. Again, since you don't understand when black people talk, we feel for the victims of this, but we're not getting in between two governments yelling at each other and hurling rockets at each other. We're not doing it. Because Michael, we would have done it, and we might have taken to your message. We still would have called you a racist for what you said. But some of us would have listened to you and put on the boots and said, we're going to go and put out some messages. But then, you know me, I do history here, family, and I check things. It's funny that this man wants us to jump into this on behalf of his people. But when we needed him, I'm not saying we needed him, but it would have been nice, since you have a melanated spouse, it would have been nice when we were talking about reparations. I'm sure you said something, right? I mean, you were on our side, right? You were ready to put on the cape for us. You were ready to go out there for your black brothers and sisters when it came to talking about reparations and how the cousins over here need to get that because it'll help bring them closer to prosperity on a more consistent basis, and it'll also help the future generations, the ones that aren't born yet, especially, so they don't have to live in a world where they have to always pull yourself up by your bootstraps and have to struggle. I'm sure you did that, right? Well, is it yeah, I don't see it. No reparations tweets. Nothing about black people need reparations to help. Okay, I mean, I understand reparations is a hot button topic now. I get it. You don't want to mess up your money. I get it. How about anti-black hate legislation? How about that? I mean, that's easy. I mean, black people being accosted every day by the cops, regular citizens, politicians, political pundits, media, everybody. 9 areas of human activity. Shout out to Neely Fuller Jr., Dr. Neely Fuller Jr. I'm sorry. So I'm sure you said something about that, right? Sucks. You didn't say anything. Okay. What about the crime bill? Let me see what you said about the 94 crime bill. Let me see. Shoot. Nothing. I spelled it right? CRIME space BIL. I spelled it right. Nothing. Huh. Interesting. What else? What did you say about George Floyd? Let's see. I just want to see something. What did you say about George Floyd? Let's see. Somebody. Okay. Ooh, what's this? Michael Rappaport speaks out against police for murdering George Floyd. Okay, at least you said something about that. Okay. All right, so at least you said something about George Floyd. Let's see, Breonna Taylor. Let's see. Oh shit, I spelled her name wrong. I'm sorry, fam. Nothing on Breonna Taylor though. What about Ahmaud Arbery? We're doing it all in real time, family. Okay, so you did say something. You'd be pissed off white people. Okay. And you got white people saying you're not an ally. All right, say less. But I think you get the point, family. This man, he's yeah, we ain't feeling him. And that tone deaf message that he sent out, yeah, we're kind of good on that. I think I made my point. I'm just gonna get up out of here, but Michael Rappaport, on behalf of the black grassroots, new black media sector, you're on the watch. You've become a subject that we're going to keep consistent tabs on. Because I know as soon as this conflict is over, you're going to switch up again and act like the homeboy. You're going to act like Billy Ho from White Men Can't Jump. We understand this. But this time around, the Sydney Deans are not going to let you on the court. But anyway, let me get up out of here. You already know what to do. Share, like, and subscribe. That's right. Share, like, and subscribe because I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm different. Take care. Stay safe. I'm out.